Meka say we ye Ghanaian na wote ho. Na wobetimi anya kwan bi. Na watumi aye nkrata do it. Mr. Mo. Me, I won't even comment that, the place, Ghana is bad. That is why everybody's running away from Mr. Please, let's not use that kind of excuse. Me in Kasapo, as I said, there, when you just say, "Uko be man so also, who be at you? Russia near to a better UK air border bra, aquaji UK passport. UK near to a better US near to a cotton UK, US near to a cotton Ghana." That is how life is. Obia, like obi born a sister wo baby no nya asumdua wo cow. Or born a sister wo baby onya asumdua wo cow. Tienfa you meet whites in Ghana. I will share the way and the corner share. What Ghana what? He went in with a visitor's visa to South Africa. And he decided to stay. If you think he's overstayed his welcome, or if you South Africans feel that they've taken over, or other African country nationals have taken over your jobs, you should get your immigration people to work. Get them to legally get them out and not harass them on the streets. Enough is enough.
People listen to Fast to Watch.
If everybody in this country decides to harass foreigners, how would we be able to exist? How would we survive? How would the country be like? How would the world be like? Chaos everywhere. I walk on the streets of the US and you see whites displaying signs that they don't want ICE in Washington. They are whites, not blacks. Whites. Knowing very well that the job that ICE is doing is to get illegal immigrants out. But they know the job these people do, the kind of job they do that they will not do. You see, when COVID came, people were foreigners were looking for other nationals to come and help in their health sector. Ask why. Other nationals were asking, or countries, some countries were asking other nationals to come and help in their health sector. That is why a lot of Africans, including our own, were migrating all over. And government had to come in and say that, okay, if you want to go, we'll find a way to get you out there. And then we'll also make money out of it. Which was positive. Ask why. Because those jobs, the nationals won't do it. They don't want that kind of job. Charlie, it's too much. It's too much. I saw one guy being beaten, I don't even know. What was his crime? Just because he's living in your country illegally. He was beaten with sticks, hit in the stomach, in the head, being slapped by different men and women just because he was staying there illegally. That's very stupid. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me. And nobody's saying anything. Like, we're just watching, looking on. Oh, xenophobia. And we are just there. Leaders in our African countries, you must speak against this. This is wrong. Stop dehumanizing people. Africans are all over the world. Foreigners are all over the world. We found a Russian come into Ghana, use our women, and disgrace them. If you come on a visitor's visa, even to Ghana, you cannot work. You don't have to work. You came as a tourist, you must be a tourist. But we live with them. They work. They've lived in Ghana more than 90 days. They have married our women. Some are enjoying the hospitality of Ghanaians. Some are enjoying the hospitality of Nigerians. I must say, yes, some people have attitude. Like there's, I hear the Igbo king in South Africa is trying to do what the Igbo king in Ghana tried to do. Quickly, the ambassador there, the Nigerian ambassador, came out, spoke against it, apologized and spoke against it. That you cannot come from your country to somebody's country. And if it's a government or it's a kingdom, form a kingdom in somebody's country. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't mean that you cannot have a head in someone's country, because it does help the country itself. If you have Ashanti King in New York, in New Jersey, if you want to pass on a message to Ghanaians, Ashantis within that area, you can get somebody to hold on to, or to talk to, or to reach out to and pass on your message. It makes it easier. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to establish a real kingdom, like the Kubala king that is in Ghana at the moment, I hear is going to do the same thing in Ghana. Go and do that in Scotland. That's not right. That's not, I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's not right. And you see, the right thing was done. The ambassador came out, spoke against it. That is how a proper system, channels, must work. As a citizen, you just cannot go and attack the man because he's doing something illegal. If somebody owes you, you go to the person's house, you go and ask for your money, and the person doesn't give it to you, you don't have a right to go and take any property of that person, seize it and bring it to your house. You are a thief. You report to the appropriate quarters and let systems and channels work. That is how a sane society work. A sane society. Forgive me. That is, I'm intentionally speaking English because I wanted to hit home. That is how we run a sane society. Ken, thank you. We run a sane society by letting system work. You ask the South Africans themselves, those who don't support this nonsense, they will tell you their people are not prepared to work. They are lazy. It doesn't mean all South Africans are lazy. I don't even have a right to say that. It doesn't mean all of them don't want to work from whatever he's doing. Meka say, we Ghanaian now te ho. Na ubetimi anya kwan bi. Na wetumi aye nkrata do it. Sometimes people even have documentations. They just don't want to see them. People have documents. They just don't want to see them. Sometimes people have gone through the channels to have document. The fact that, I mean, they go to hospitals. They ask if you are not a South African, don't be here. You can't go to the hospital if you are sick. Can you imagine this? I mean, the heck of it. The cheek of it. Come in here, walk about 1 minute, you meet a Latino. Sometimes when you go into a restaurant, you want to buy food. I don't even know how they think. They start speaking Spanish. Somebody came to my house this morning to fix something. Immediately he opened the door, he started speaking Spanish. It's not like, I mean, immediately he saw my face, a black woman like me. He started speaking Spanish. And I said to myself, I need to learn this language. Like sometimes I'm wondering, why do you come and live in somebody's country, an English-speaking country? And I walk into McDonald's, I want to buy something, and you speak Spanish. White woman enters McDonald's to buy food, and the person who is serving speaks Spanish. Then she tells you, the person, I don't understand Spanish. As if America, a country, or first language is Spanish. Please, let's stop this. I've seen a Nigerian guy promoting Ghanaian food every day. I've seen it on social media several times. Promoting Ghanaian food. He's going to Nigeria. He's promoting Ghanaian food in Nigeria, cooking Ghanaian food in Nigeria. Do you know what that guy is doing? That is tourism. I bet you that guy might not, John, thank you. That guy might not have legal status to live in Ghana. Might not. I didn't say he doesn't. That guy might not have legal status to live in Ghana. But I bet you, it won't even make sense to say go to your country. Because what he's doing here in Ghana or in Ghana, I say here, I'm not in Ghana anyway. What he's doing in Ghana and for Ghana, money cannot buy. He's Nigerian. I think there's another one too who is married to a Ghanaian. How they promote our local food on social media, you have no idea. We can't even do it the way he does it. What is all this rubbish? It's not just once. So if it's once, it's okay. I mean, we can live with it. It keeps happening. It just keeps happening. It just keeps. I don't know whether. I don't even know whether somebody somewhere, when the whole thing dies down, there's somebody somewhere just, put some kerosene or petrol into the matter, and then the matter just, I just don't. I can't think far. It baffles my mind. I wonder. And I've been to South Africa more than 3 times. Visitor's visa. And anytime I go there, I feel like, oh, this is a place I can live. This is a place I can stay. It got to a point I even wanted to buy a house there. I didn't have that kind of money, but I felt, oh, if I work hard, I'll be able to buy and live here. Look, it's not everywhere in South Africa that's beautiful, like where we go and visit. Pretoria, Johannesburg, and all that. But it's a beautiful country, I must say. But Ghana is beautiful as well. Ghana is beautiful as well. I was watching social media. A guy was, how do you call this? Brefo. So the best 10 airports in West Africa. I think we ranked number 2. Kotoka, now Accra International Airport, ranked number 2. Number 1 was Murtala, Nigerian airport. And in fact, Nigeria had 3 airports that was ranked in their first top 10 in West Africa. And the people who are doing that are making it look like, Ghana is not a good country to live in, which they should go and then build their own country. Look, we are not living on trees, so we don't live on trees in that country. And it's not as if all is glittering in South Africa, everything is going so well that when you just get there, you become rich or you get something doing and it's all gold. Charlie, slow down. Slow down. I think ECOWAS must say something. African Union must speak against this. They must sit and find a proper way of dealing with this issue. That is my point. If you don't want illegal immigrant in your country, that matter must be solved in a proper way. That is my point. It must be dealt. And I must also say that, look, not because I'm saying this, I'm saying that, okay, so you also go there and do what you like in somebody's country, behave anyhow, and no, that's not right. I'm not condoning to that kind of life. No, I won't say that, am I? That's it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, look, if something is wrong, you don't use the wrong channel to deal with it. if something is not right, you don't use the wrong channel to deal with it. Because I'm sure there are other whites living. Zulu Medase, thank you. Falan Medase. I am sure there are other nationals apart from Africans living in South Africa. Other nationals apart from Africans living in South Africa. So why are you chasing and beating Africans in South Africa, which is an African country? Why are we behaving? You would find South Africans living illegally in other parts of the world. If everybody, as I said, decides to treat your nationals the same way as you're treating other people's nationals in your country, I don't know how you will feel. Because if South Africans are not even in Ghana, you will find them in Canada. You probably will find them in US, in London, in Italy, in Germany, in other parts of Africa. Living there illegally. If they are chased out of their homes, beaten on the streets, if people steal their things because they are living there illegally, do you think that's going to go down well with you? No, please, let's stop this. It's barbaric. I mean, we are talking about slavery, colonialism, and today's world, we behave this way. This uncouth attitude. Charlie, if you meet somebody on the street, you check the person doesn't have status, you report the person to the authorities, get the right things done. That is my point. You don't beat them on the street. That is wrong. Charlie, ejumeni be wo hoye de mama munyo enti wo muni wa mo bebre ya munya botre mu susu muntu mo bona mpanyimfo e mo nsori ye mpanyimfo mo nsori. African leaders, get up, wake up. Talk about some of these things when you go to African Summit, ECOWAS Summit, ECOWAS Kramu, maybe African Summit. I should say African Union. Let's talk about some of these attitudes, some of these wrongdoings by some nationals to other nationals. It's wrong. There's some grain. Time. Yadoso. Doso. Edoso. The guy was just a nipper. We have body some near body, near body film near. As a chromophobia where we are there or one second. And now class and China, actually no be a hot or kind of no be in the hot to goodness. Just because he is living in a country illegally. Charlie, Black Lives Matter. It took some people for some measures to be taken about how people get arrested or how attitudes are portrayed to certain people when people have authority to do some things. It took people to talk, demonstrate on the street that this is wrong. You don't arrest people and put your knee on their necks. So we should be able to talk, speak against it. Let them know this is the wrong way to go. If you want people out of your country, there are ways in which it must be done. And it must be done with dignity. It must be done with dignity. That is all I'm saying. That is my message tonight. It must be done with dignity. If you don't want them in your country, do it the right way. Dignity. Don't manhandle them. Don't dehumanize them. Don't insult them. Don't disgrace them. Put cameras on them and disgrace them. Don't put cameras on them and dehumanize them. It is very bad. It is stupid. It is wrong. Those people must be arrested. Those people must be dealt with. Those who beat the... It's not just a letter written that the person is okay, not dead. And no. It is not just that. We must demand the right thing to be done. What is wrong is wrong. As I said, if somebody decides to take money from you, borrows money, and you want to go back for your money, you cannot go and take the person's television to your house because the person owes you. You are a thief. You'll be arrested. In fact, you must be arrested. You don't use an excuse that the person owes you. That is why you did that. No. Nobody will take that in court. That will not be accepted. That is not a channel to use. And that is why police, when they arrest you and they want to, get information from you and they manhandle you a little, they are not even able to say it that this is how they got the information. Because that's not the right thing to do. You cannot. Everybody has a right. Everybody has a right. Everybody has a right. And human beings must be treated as human beings, not animals. Even animals have rights. And I say, who do you know? Mean to me more. Home, mean to me more. Why? Every human being has a right to dignity. Even animals. Here, Kromha. Here. Me humba, I say, thank you so much. Me humbo. Here, in this country. Even animals. Look, my eyes have seen a lot of things. I marvel. You have to walk your animal if you decide to buy a dog. Yeah, they know. They walk themselves. They decide to go for the walk. Here, you have to walk them. People carry animals in push. You can say baby push. And I just can. People. You see somebody pushing and you will think them. I thank you. I thank you so much. Obe na krama in them. On the krama na krama na bra wa pejano. Wa pejano. Krama no friend in the back. Yes, so the krama ni ejan man go di wa bonten. When I was doing Uber Eat, people order dog food. You go and carry them for their dogs. They treat them like Ghana. Na make us a moapo. They are not treated that way. Even a moa, not treated that way here. So let's stop doing this to ourselves. Let's stop. You see, let's stop doing this to our color. This thing. We allow people to talk anyhow to us because of how we behave. We allow anybody. I mean, when I say this, I know you understand. I sometimes don't want to use certain. You get it. To talk down on us because we are black, because of our attitudes. Let's not do this. Apartheid was not fought by just Nelson Mandela. Let's not do this. Let's not do this to ourselves. Let's treat ourselves, blacks. Let's treat ourselves with dignity. Let's respect our color. And do the right thing. Do the right thing. You don't treat another person with your same color that way that we don't want you in our country. Leave our country. We don't want you in our country. Hey. What can I say? Mr. Remo. Me, I won't even comment that, the place, Ghana is bad. That is why everybody's running away from Mr. Please, let's not use that kind of excuse. Me, Kasapo. I thank you so much. Who said it last month? Let me make sure. I am cracking it. I thank you. I won't say that. As I said, they are. When you just say, be man, so also, be at you. Russia near to abetna UK airborne the bra akwaji UK passport. Emen na menhwe Sky News. where your police UK okra Russian passport or the police key said or to UK citizen and they yes so magic adaya yes so or Thai Russia as or support Russia or pay is or they say Putin asem or support Putin talk with Ukraine into your magic passport Russia near to everything Chrome Russia yeah prequel Russia we're to a better UK near to a better US near to a quarter UK US near to a quarter Ghana. That is how life is. Obia like obi born a system wo baby no nya asumdua wo cow. Or born a system wo baby onya asumdua wo cow. Tienfa wo you meet whites in Ghana. I will share the way and the tune the corner share. What tra Ghana what check. China from here to Afri China. I bet na Ghana yeah, Juma to Ghana. To Ghana, yes. Spintex Road, full of Lebanese. Yes, we are called Lebanon. Spintex Road, full of Lebanese. Shops I can see, one more tomu, one more baby shop I can see, a day Yaa Brefo Spintex Road from Runabout so all the way to Sakumono. Shops I can see a do on eye or Modia. Yes, you are teaching me honey. I say, and yes, Munkomukrum, and yes, Elena, what here, Martin Hatcher, Munkomukrum, Yajumanya, Ebe, would it be good? Ebe, ye. Na Omuka, you bet me be a Malcolm. Yea, ye be an ye could be a be. Omuka, you bet me be a Malcolm, and now. You bet me be a Malcolm Blast. Catch them, you bet me be a tile shop kakraka. Toy shop kakraka. Edi asem kureni. What is all this nonsense about? Huh? Charlie and Jais had an OT is a long time. Watching Rising Star. Yeah, I'm not in Ghana. It's been a while. I've not done this live here for a long time. In fact,